We always have the weekend on our brain. This weekend has your designated date night on the calendar. We may have the date movie for you.
Yeah, we talked to the author of the book that got turned into The Notebook. A lot of people out there know The Notebook. Either you dragged someone to see it or someone was dragged to it.
It's excellent.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome.
It is excellent.
It is great. Hey, but I don't want to disparage it too badly because we did speak with the author of The Notebook. He has a movie out called The Longest Ride, and I spoke with Nicholas Sparks.
You have no heart.
Oh. So this movie, The Longest Ride, based on your book, The Longest Ride, talks about two star-crossed lovers, two people going in two very different directions, and then they meet someone who makes them rethink the direction of their lives. Is that a good summary, or is there something I should add or replace there?
No, I think it's a great summary. I think the main thing that we were trying to do is to create characters that felt very authentic and real to the audience. And you know, the characters played by Scott Eastwood and Britt Robertson, they play Luke and Sophia in the film. You know, they feel like people that you could know in your own life, and so as they go through this myriad of emotions, you're swept up in their story. And of course, this is balanced with the wonderful story of Ira and Ruth, particularly Ira. You know, I think you get caught up in these stories, and you just realize there's a real epic feel to this entire film.
And of course, Ira is played by the one and only Alan Alda. I mean, Nicholas, Alan Alda.
I know. You know, it's funny. I was doing some interviews. They're like, you know, you've been known for breaking people out in some of your films, you know, like Ryan and Rachel or whatever out of The Notebook. I said, I know. I've got my fingers crossed. One day maybe Alan can make it, right? I mean, what do you say? The guy is a legend.
Yeah.
What I could say is he had so much, he was so great on set, and everyone, the cast, the crew, just fell in love with the guy, and he did such a terrific job playing Ira.
You've had so many novels turned into movies. I was wondering, how involved are you when it comes to actually making the movie? Are you on set a lot? Do you meet the cast quite a bit?
Yeah, I'm a producer for this film. Sometimes I've been a producer, a screenwriter. Sometimes I've just various roles. It's usually the same. I'm very involved all the way through the production, right? I'm involved in the selection of the screenwriter, and then the selection of the director, then the casting. I'm informed about budgets and music and hiring everybody. You know, that's pretty much what producers do, is they work with the studio to get the right team together to make a great film. So involved all the way through.
When you were writing your early novels, one of your earliest, of course, being the famous one, The Notebook, one of the famous ones, you didn't really necessarily know they were going to be made into film. When you were writing those, did you think about how this would play on the big screen? And if you didn't, did that evolve? Are you now writing books thinking, I wonder how this dialogue would work in a movie?
It's changed slightly, but not much less than you think. Always when writing the novel, all I'm ever thinking about doing is writing the novel. I don't think about film at all. Now, however, when I'm trying to think of the story prior to writing, you know, come up with something, I do keep film in mind because there's the potential that it might be adapted into film. So I try to pick characters or events or, you know, things that happen in the novel that might be visually interesting. Like, for instance, in The Longest Ride, there's bull riding, which, as you see in the film, it's just some of the most amazing footage you'll ever see. And then, of course, you've got the art. You can really capture these wonderful images as well.
That's so interesting. That's a great answer. Do you think you have any actors or actresses in mind when you're developing characters?
Yeah, you know, no, not anymore. I did in my first novel, The Notebook, but not since then, with the exception of the last song. I was really working very closely with Disney on that, and that was really a project developed specifically for Miley Cyrus. So I knew that Miley Cyrus was going to play the main character. But aside from that, I keep my mind open.
Yeah, that's cool. My last question, Nicholas, what's next? What can we expect from Nicholas Sparks?
Oh, let's see. Well, I'm working on a couple of novels right now. Hopefully finish those up in the next 6 weeks or so, both of them. I don't know which one will come out first, and I don't know when that will be. We've wrapped production on another film, The Choice, based on one of my novels. We're in early stages of getting another film, you know, ready to film, and that's The Guardian. Some TV projects, some things on Broadway. Just, you know, just kind of keeping it all rolling.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and say hi to Alan Alda for us, will you?
Will do.